Oye, mi gente, you're.
Welcome back to the fourth season of Oye Mi Gente podcast. Thank you so much for sticking with us and tuning in. This is Viv Moran. I'm a multimedia artist from South Jamaica, Queens. Currently, I'm working on a new online store for my art. For more information, you can follow me on Instagram at Black Flowers Grow. Last week's episode was all about my struggles living with bipolar 2 disorder. On this week's episode, I'll be busting all the myths and misconceptions about bipolar disorder. The reason I'm so passionate talking about this subject is because of the negativity that surrounds mental health disorders. What the media displays, the music we listen to, the movies we watch, the conversations we have, we're so quick to call someone crazy and bipolar when they don't display the characteristics society has placed on us. We take these mental disorders and use them to belittle and insult. This is why it took me so long to talk about it and how it affects my life. But I'm not scared anymore. So here we go. There are lots of myths about bipolar disorder. Unfortunately, many invite stigma towards people living with bipolar, potentially limiting the support, understanding, and treatment they receive. Because of this, it is important to know the facts. Here are a few of the most common myths about bipolar disorder. Myth number 1: bipolar disorder is just mania. Bipolar disorder includes a wide range of mood disturbances from mania, hypomania, to depression. Mania is a state of significantly elevated moods that result in severe disruption to daily life, sometimes involving psychotic symptoms. Hypomania is similar, but not as intense or disruptive as mania. Depression is a state of persistent low moods and decrease in energy and activity. When any of these symptoms are present for a specific period of time, they are termed an episode. A person with bipolar disorder can experience one or a combination of these mood symptoms during an episode. Myth number 2: there is only one type of bipolar disorder. According to the widely used manual for mental health disorders, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual DSM-5, there are 4 types of bipolar disorder, all distinguished by different experiences and intensities of mood disturbance. Bipolar 1, manic episode. Bipolar 2, hypomanic and depressive episodes. Cyclothymic disorders, hypomanic and depressive symptoms. Bipolar disorder not otherwise specified. Bipolar-like mood disturbance that does not fit the pattern of other diagnoses. Myth number 3: people who have bipolar disorder are just moody. People with bipolar disorder do experience highs, mania or hypomania, and lows, depression. However, these moods are different from the everyday fluctuations we all experience. The highs and lows in bipolar are extreme, often occur out of context, can last for several days, weeks, or months. The experience can be very debilitating, sometimes even requiring short stays in hospital. The World Health Organization estimates bipolar disorder to be one of the leading causes of disability in the world, and the lifetime risk of death by suicide in bipolar disorder is around 15%. Myth number 4: people with bipolar disorder are manic all the time. Most of the time, it's more common for someone with bipolar disorder to experience depressive symptoms, or few symptoms at all. States of mania and hypomania are comparatively rare. In fact, because depressive episodes are more frequent, it is common for bipolar disorder to be misdiagnosed as depression. Myth number 5: mania is enjoyable, productive, or fun. When people are experiencing mania, they often feel good, have lots of energy, and can go without sleep for a long period of time. While this might sound great, mania can also be very uncomfortable, unpleasant, experience characterized by irritability, restlessness, and feeling out of control. During a manic episode, people can sometimes take big risks or do things that they wouldn't ordinarily do, which might have damaging effects on their career, finances, reputation, or relationships. Sometimes mania can be accomplished by psychotic symptoms, which can be very frightening and distressing. Myth number 6, medication is the only treatment for bipolar disorder. Medication is often the first line treatment for bipolar disorder. However, psychological therapies such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, family focused therapy, and interpersonal and social rhythm therapy have been shown to help minimize symptoms and reduce the risk of future episodes. A combination of psychological treatments and medication have the most effective and enduring outcomes. Some experts recommend self-help strategies such as education, sleep hygiene, early warning signs, symptom monitoring, meditative and reflective practices, and maintaining good social support. Myth number 7. Bipolar disorder is just an inability to control your emotions. Bipolar disorder has nothing to do with control. Telling someone with the condition to calm down or try harder is counterproductive because bipolar disorder is a real mental illness that can't be wished away or overcome without willpower or help. Mood swings aren't a choice, and taking this snap out of it view will only cause more harm in the long run. Myth number 8. Children do not get bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder can occur in children as young as 6. It is more likely to affect children of parents who have bipolar disorder. Children tend to vary fast mood swings between depression and mania many times during the day, whereas adults tend to experience intense moods for weeks or months at a time. Bipolar disorder can be best diagnosed after examination of historical behavior patterns. Parents should attempt to get independent verification and consider carefully any such diagnosis of a very young child. Myth number 9. It is impossible to help someone with bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder can be effectively treated and managed. More than 30% of bipolar patients can expect full and complete recovery, while another 40% can expect a very marked reduction in their symptoms. Individuals can go into remission during various episodes of their life. Successful management depends on many factors, including education about the illness, good communication with professionals involved in your care, a good support system, family, and friends, and adhering to your treatment plan. Myth number 10. Bipolar disorder is a figment of one's imagination. Bipolar disorder is a treatable brain disorder that is real and can cause a lot of suffering, especially if it's not well managed. Individuals cannot just snap out of it. Recovery takes time and work. Myth number 11. Bipolar disorder is caused by a personal weakness or a character flaw. Bipolar disorder is a medical condition just like diabetes. Any other health condition, people with bipolar disorder cannot just pull themselves together or get better. Treatment is necessary. Okay, guys, we've reached the end of this episode. Before I bid you all adieu, I want to pose a question to you all, mi gente. I want to start the conversation on introspection. So what is introspection? It is the examination or observation of one's own mental and emotional processes. Introspection can be practiced both as informal, reflection process and formal experimental approach. And the two have different definitions. The informal reflection process can be defined as examining one's own internal thoughts, feelings, and reflecting on what they mean. The formal experimental technique is more objective and standardized version of this in which people train themselves to carefully analyze the contents of their own thoughts in a way that is unbiased as possible. So with that said, oye mi gente, what things would you do if you loved yourself unconditionally? How can you act on these things even if you're not yet able to love yourself unconditionally? Piénsenlo. Feel free to leave your insight and answers in the comment and review sections. Bueno, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Remember to follow us at Oye Mi Gente Podcast on IG. We are all available on your favorite streaming platforms. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a comment in the review sections. Also follow DK Media on IG. And if you want to know more about the DK Media Network and what we do, you can check out the entire DK Media family on dkmedia.com. Thank you so much for listening. Ciao!